Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. Number 16 pick is in. The Utah Jazz made their second pick of the first round, and they are going with Keyonte George out of Baylor. This is a guy that if you talk to different NBA draft experts, scouts, he divided a lot of people. I'm very high on him. I think that if everything clicks for him, he is a guy that can end up being an all-star. I think he has that kind of an upside. I don't think it's crazy to say that there's Devin Booker in his range of outcomes. I think that he could be that if some things work out. I'll talk about that later.
Devin Booker?
I think there's also bust potential when it comes to this dude. Right? Yep. RC, TL, what do you guys make of
Devin
Keyonte
Booker's
George?
like 4 inches taller, isn't he?
No, they're like it's like he's 6'4", the other guy, Booker's 6'5". It's not that big of a difference.
I don't know if that's true.
He's just not the scorer. That's a tough comp. I mean,
I think he is. The weird thing about this pick, RC, sorry for cutting you off, but
no, you're good.
They already have Jordan Clarkson. And they're kind of that same mold. Now, what I will say, I think Keyonte George sees it. And what I mean when I say that is I think he can be a second-level passer. Even at the NBA level, I think he'll benefit some from the more open style of play, the ball screen, the wrong ways, a lot of things that NBA teams like to do. He's going to benefit. He doesn't have elite wiggle, but he does make some tough shots. The fact that it's Jordan Clarkson's already there and he kind of serves that role and that purpose, that's interesting to me. He might be a guy that goes back and forth through the G League for a year or two to see if he can really, really figure it out. And then maybe they let Clarkson go elsewhere. Does that make sense? Like that might be something that goes there because they kind of fit the same kind of role. But I do think Keyonte George as a passer has shown some upside.
All right, so let's reset quickly what's happened here recently. The 11th pick was Jet Howard, which shocked everybody. I think T.O. almost fell out of his chair. 12th pick was Derek Lively going to the Mavericks after that pick was traded to Oklahoma City. The 13th pick was Grady Dick, who again made T.O. very upset, made RC very upset because of the outfit that he was wearing. 14th pick, best shooter in the NBA walking in day one, Jordan Hawkins. 15th pick, last pick of the first half of the first round was Kobe Buffkin, and the 16th pick was Keyonte George. Glad we were able to reset that. I don't need Dagan yelling at me any more than he already does.
Dagan would never.
Yes.
Hey, dude, by the way, Jay Billis is massive, dude. He is a massive human. Like Jay Billis is every bit of 6'10". Wembanyama makes him look like 6'2". Like it is crazy how big this dude is. I can't get over it. He makes a microphone look like a toothpick.
When he picked up the baseball the other day and it looked like he was holding
how funny was that?
A bouncy ball in the palm of his hand. And then like when they asked him to throw it into the crowd, did you guys see this? He wound up and he threw it as hard as he could into the crowd. It wasn't like a soft toss. He was like, all right, I'm going to try to throw this thing 85 miles an hour into the crowd.
He was getting revenge. He was getting revenge for that
at
terrible pitch. He's like, don't doubt me. Don't doubt me. And then he almost killed a pedestrian.
All right. So Keyonte George, I'm going to give you my 30-second spiel on why I think that he is a guy with all-star upside. I'm buying the shot making. I'm buying the isolation.
I agree with you. I just think the Devin Booker thing. I'm not sure I buy that because sorry, I'll let you finish.
The scoring, the ability to score in isolation. I think he's got all of the dash backs, right? Pullbacks, step backs, however you want to phrase it. He's got all those shots in his arsenal. I think he's got deep range. I think he is a tough shot maker, and I think that part of why his percentages were what they were in college this past season is because a lot of the shots that he took was tough stuff off the dribble. I think that those numbers are going to get a little bit better. My biggest question, and I'm curious if you guys saw any of this past year. Going back and watching some of his film, I watched every one of his assists from this past season, and I can't decide if the stuff that he does out of ball screens and the passes that he makes are him reading defenses and figuring out the guys that are going to be open, or essentially running a play that Scott Drew has drawn up where he's told this is the pass that you have to make and him being able to make that pass. I don't know. That's the one thing I can't figure out, because if he can make those secondary reads, I think that he's a guy that can average like 18 points and 4 assists at the NBA level pretty easily if everything comes together for him.
He made those reads at a high level when I saw him in the summer when he was
You
playing
can't, you can't script it. You can't script that. That's one of those things. The guys passing it like that, you just got to give him credit for having that vision, because I don't care how great you are schemed up the play, you still don't know how someone's going to defend it. And he's just done it too many times to second guess his ability as a playmaker.
I was sitting beside our guy David Bentley watching him play in Birmingham a couple of years ago, and he came off a ball screen that was a wrong way, and he fired it from about 3 feet off the right elbow all the way to the left corner. And me and Bentley just look at each other. It was like, man, that's why that guy's going to get paid a lot of money. I didn't think he was going to be a score first as what he was at Baylor, but I do think like it's there. It's a matter if that's going to be his go-to is creating for somebody else. I do think it's there. It's just a matter of that. But I think one thing that we don't measure enough, and it's impossible to measure it, is competitiveness. That dude's competitive. Like if a game's close, a game's on the line, it's Keyonte George's ball. He didn't care how many seniors was on that Baylor team. He's taking that shot. And that is something, confidence and competitiveness at the NBA level. Let's keep in mind too, and I say this without a shadow of a doubt, like 80% of guys in the NBA don't love hoop. They are big dudes collecting checks. Keyonte George loves hoop, and he's competitive as all hell. I think like that's going to help him stick even during a couple of bad seasons, if they do occur.
I like the fit with Utah just because I think they need guys that can kind of play this role, right? They need guys that can be their bucket getter, that can create. They already drafted Taylor Hendricks, who's a floor spacer. They got Lauri Markkanen, who's I didn't realize this because I didn't watch much Utah this past season, but he averaged 25 points a game.
Yeah,
right.
All-star.
He's a guy at the 4 that can really shoot it, right? You got a guy in Walker Kessler who isn't going to space the floor like a jump shooter, but he is a guy that's going to space the floor as a rim runner and as a lob threat, right? So you need someone that can that can take advantage of that space that gets created. I think that is someone that is right. That's what he could do, right, RC?
We're starting to get now when you get in this part of the draft again. He's going to a really good situation for a guy. I think that'll be on a roster all year long. I think we're going to start, as we get further down here and we start getting in the 20s, we're going to start seeing some guys that'll just go to G Leagues, and I don't know, as we get past, like next, I think the Lakers are on the clock next, be curious to see, they'll probably need some depth, but we'll start seeing some specialists in shooting. I think he's one of the more dynamic guys. Keontae's left that he could be really damn good. I mean, we don't know what his ceiling could be. And you throw that out there, Utah, where he's going to get a chance to play and play through some mistakes that some of these guys getting drafted here on out won't get a chance to do.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. He's going to get opportunities. He's going to get a chance to develop and to learn. He's going to get a chance to play. So I really like the pick. You know what's really interesting here?
Bad suit choice.
Yeah, you're hating on all these guys that got their style. They're trying to show their personality.
Dude, you know what? Thompson twins had nice suits. Koulibaly, nice suit. Clean, elegant. I don't know what that is.
Wembanyama
had a nice suit and went with a green. Like I don't know what Keyonte George's goal is. Like what is this thing?
I don't know. I think you can pull it off, Tio.
Me?
Yeah. I think you can pull it off.
Dude, I'm so white, I'm see-through.
I think we ought to get you that, Tio, for the Final Four next year.
Yeah, 100%. Since you bailed on wearing the hot dog suit after you lost the bet, you got to.
I wore the hot dog suit. We have evidence.
Our partner for today's episode is Athletic Greens. I started taking AG1 during the college basketball season, and I loved the impact that it had on my energy levels. I'm a big coffee in the morning guy, but by the time that the afternoon would hit, I needed another boost. AG1 helped me tremendously, especially on those days when I didn't want to get up off the couch and go hit the gym. Their tagline is AG1 is comprehensive health and the power of habit in one. And man, that could not be more true. It's nearly impossible to eat and drink in a healthy manner in the month of February and the month of March when you are in my business. And AG1 was exactly the supplement that I needed to improve my gut health and cover my nutritional basis for the day. I've continued that into April. I've continued that into May, and I'm going to continue that the rest of the summer. All I have to do is mix a scoop of AG1 with some water, or maybe add it into a smoothie, and I'm ready to go. Do it after lunch, and you'll be ready to go for the rest of the day. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/field68. That's field 68 FIELD, the number 6, the number 8, and you can get yours now. So check it out and help support this show. Thanks. Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.